What's going on, guys? It's Jetty Tesla, and guess what? This is my second video in a row today. I'm trying to upload as much as I can, and you guys responded to my video and got me 2 likes the same 5 hours. And my goal was 2 likes. So this time my goal is gonna be 3 likes on the same day, the same video. Well, it's not the same video, but the same day I uploaded the video earlier. Sorry, I can't talk, as you guys can see, but in this video, if you read the title, I'm gonna be going over PPF, if you should PPF your car, or if you should just keep the normal paint. As you can see, normal paint, PPF. And PPF is really nice. I can say that I love PPF. I did my Mercedes, which is outside. I actually wrapped that in purple. And this car is nothing done to it, just regular factory paint. And all I can say is PPF is up to you. It's not really mandatory in my opinion, but just keep this in mind. You will get a lot of rock chips on your car. Your car will get a lot of rock chips no matter what. That's any car, any fast car especially. You're gonna be kicking up a lot of dirt, a lot of gravel. So, just have mud flaps ready. But in my opinion, I don't think you need PPF unless you have the black paint. Because I've had this car and I don't see any micro swirls or nothing on the silver paint. But if you ever own a black car, black paint, sorry, there's a lot of kids screaming outside. If you ever owned a black car, black paint, then you will know you'll get so many swirls, micro swirls, scratches, white marks, anything hits the car, rock specks, anything will make the paint look bad. And that's just how black paint is. It looks really clean, it looks like the Batmobile, but that's just how black paint is. So, in my humble opinion, my honest opinion of having, this is my 6th car. I've had 2 cars that were beat down a little bit. Then I got 2 used new cars, so they were used, but they were very new. And then I came to 2 brand new cars, and I PPF'd 2 of them so far out of the multiple cars I've had. And in my opinion, I think you only need PPF if you want to change the color, 1, if you have the money to change the color, and 2, if you have black, because you will not see those imperfections on the silver as much as you will see it on this car. Because if I go back into the rear of the, sorry about the mess, I actually just installed the roof racks. If you see my few videos, it's watching me, see my few videos, I installed the roof racks. But right here is a spot where rock chips are very common. I'm sure I have some, but I really just don't see any off the top of my eye. I see dirt, but it's just not as noticeable on a silver car or a white car, or I'm not sure with the red paint. I've never had a red car. My first car was red, but that car, I did not care about the paint. It was very used, so I'm not sure about red. But PPF, in my opinion, is very expensive, and if the worker is not as good, it's not gonna look that great. So you really have to rely on, 1, a good worker to make sure you can trust their quality of work, because first off, it's a lot of money. Second off, you got to just make sure that they aren't cutting corners, because PPF can bubble in certain places, or they can miss corners where they don't tuck, or stuff starts peeling off of the car. And those are all things you got to think about, because if you're going the cheap route with PPF and you're finding someone that's really cheap compared to someone reputable and that's a little bit more expensive, you are going to get less work. And I'm not saying if you go to the reputable person, you're going to get good work done, because not every time they're going to get a car done to your satisfaction, especially if you're spending thousands and thousands of dollars on your car and you want it to be perfect, right? So you got to really put that into perspective, because realistically, in a few years, you could always just do a regular vinyl wrap instead of a PPF over your regular paint that's damaged, rock chipped, scratched up, and it'll look like a brand new car. I know PPF has like 10-year options, but I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I'm probably never gonna go PPF again. In my honest opinion, I just don't think it looks as good as vinyl wrap. I know it's way thicker, but maybe I'm not gonna go the clear route for PPF, because I don't like the fact that the PPF is see-through. I wish it wasn't like as see-through, and I know you can get colored PPF, but that's not what I got on here. I got the Stealth PPF, and in my opinion, it just doesn't look as good as a regular wrap. And for the money, I know it protects the paint way better and lasts way longer than vinyl, which is why I went with it. But in my opinion, a wrap might be better for the price. It might be more effective. You can change it up in a few years, especially if your car is garage kept and you're thinking about getting your car done. Honestly, for the money, I would say wrap your car in a color that you love. Pick a different color. Don't go with the same PPF over like I did, which, it's okay that I did. I wanted to do matte black for a car. So that was my reasoning behind it, because I wanted matte black. But if you're gonna spend the money, I think that you should go with a very nice color, or an insane color, an extreme color that's very flashy, that's gonna pop out, and that's like gonna catch a lot of attention. Because you don't want to spend thousands of dollars, right? And then the PPF looks the same, and the work isn't as good as you would have liked. Like, there's a few spots that are messed up on the PPF. Like, I had really good workers do my car, but I have a few spots that I don't like. Like, there's a few spots that are just like weird, and the car needs a bit of a cleaning right now, so it's hard. I can't really show you guys right now. But if you have PPF, then you know that if it's see-through, you'll see any imperfection. You will also see any, like, if they like, because they use some type of water under the wrap, so you would see that too, which is crazy. So in my opinion, don't do the PPF. And I know the video is, should you PPF your car? And I say no. Unless you have money to blow in a way, and I know it's not really blowing, because obviously this is gonna last 10 years, but I feel like a wrap for about half the price is more reasonable than a PPF, because at least the wrap, you could, if you ever get tired of the PPF, in a few years, because the wrap only lasts like 3 to 5 years, right? So just know that you could always rewrap your car, and you got 3 to 5 years to save up. Depends how much you're maintaining and taking care of your car washes, all of that. But that's just my opinion. So you could either, if you want to go the PPF route, go for it. Go all in. Don't take my advice as like the only opinion you take, because PPF is a good route, especially if you're gonna take the car to the track, or if you live in a rural area where you have to drive through a lot of rocks and stuff, PPF is perfect. But, you can probably just do the front and do like the trouble spots for PPF. But full PPF, in my opinion, is just a little bit too pricey for my liking, for me to want to do it again to this car. So what I'm thinking for this car, I'm just going to probably just wrap this car in a color instead of doing the matte satin finish look, because I'm not sure how I feel about the see-through wrap look. And you know, the people that wrap my car, in my opinion, they didn't do that good of a job, which that's probably why, you know, my opinion's a little bit swayed towards saying no, because they didn't do that great of a job, even though they're a very reputable company with 4.5 stars, I believe. Really reputable. I'm not gonna blast them because, you know, I'm cool with them. They fixed my car and they'll fix anything I need because they're stand behind their work. But, you know, it's just a few employees that, you know, can mess one good thing up. So just keep that in mind. It's a lot of money and you gotta make sure you trust who you're getting it done with, because you don't wanna spend all that money just to not like it at the end of the day. So that's why I would say just wrap your car in a regular vinyl wrap, non-PPF, in any color that you would like, in a color that you prefer. Because, you know, in my opinion, it's just a better bang for its buck. But you can always just go the route where you don't do anything to your car, especially if your car is not black. The shiny paint is beautiful, you know? Don't think you have to PPF your car to keep your paint beautiful. You can keep your paint looking good for years, as long as you're keeping a good maintenance on your paint. You're washing your car, you know, you're getting your car detailed, waxed, all of that on the outside, because those little things, you know, will really fix your paint. You can also do things like paint corrections, and you can do all kinds of things like ceramic coating your car, which I have on, but I have this car ceramic coated, but I don't have this car ceramic coated. But I'm thinking I might just ceramic coat the paint, because the wrap is ceramic coated on this car, but this is just the paint. But ceramic coating your car does make it so much easier to dry off your car, and then you're able to dry it off with the leaf blower instead of using rags, which I do not suggest rags at all anywhere near your car unless it's like minor drying up of the car, because those micro swirls and scratches, especially on black paint, are gonna be seen no matter what. I don't care what rags you buy. I buy most expensive rags. It's gonna happen. It's literally impossible to freaking miss. So if you have black paint, then definitely get your car covered, because in my opinion, black paint is the hardest color to maintain. I've had 2 white cars. I've had the silver car, I've had a gold car, and I had a red car, and black is just the hardest to maintain. It's the hardest to keep clean, and it's the hardest to keep looking nice, in my opinion. So if you got that in mind, like if you want to keep your paint looking nice, maybe don't go for black. Maybe go for one of the lighter colors, but get what you like at the end of the day. If you want to PPF your car, PPF your car. But in my opinion, quote it, call around. In my opinion, get it wrapped for a way cheaper price, and you'll get way more looks. You'll get way more broken necks at the vinyl wrap. That's a way different color than a stock option, you know. But that's it for me today. I'll probably post 2 videos, try to post 2 videos again tomorrow. I have a few shorts coming up today. So if you haven't checked out my channel already, I would suggest you subscribing if you watched this far. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you guys like the video. I am aiming for 3 likes, like I said. And thank you guys so much for watching me once again. I love you guys, and tune in for the next video, especially if you want to see more content about the Teslas.